Today, as a surprise, we got the release of the 5th Helva Boss short titled Mission Orphan Time. Like usual, I'll give a quick synopsis of what happens in the episode and then move on to discuss my thoughts on it. I hope you enjoy. So, the target for this adventure is Frank McTickley Wrigglers, who runs an orphan charity. Blitz and Loona go to the human world to assassinate him, but Loona decides to let him say his goodbyes to all his friends first. At the end, we see Frank and Loona on the bench looking at the sunset while chatting. Frank says he'd like the real Loona, and when Loona takes off her disguise, he immediately freaks out and Loona shoots him. She runs out of bullets, and Blitz has to come in to finish the job, leading to an extremely gory death. So let's get into my thoughts. First up, the animation was wonderful. It was extremely fluid, especially with all of the effects and lighting. Helva Boss's animation has been getting better and better as time has went on, and this short is no exception. The scene at the end with the sunset and Loona looking at the camera especially, it's easily the best looking short out of them all so far. Story and pacing wise, it's again very solid. The short was written by Lyle Rath, who's a new writer for the shorts on the show, and I think he did a great first job. It's got a simple premise, and I like how, at the end of the day, we don't know if Frank was a bad guy. It's left up to the viewer's interpretation. What we do know is that he couldn't practice what he preached. He talked about liking the real Loona, and when he saw the real Loona, he immediately freaked out. It's both funny but also pretty sad, and it's a good way of building Luna's character. It also emphasises her bond with Blitz too. He's there for her no matter what, and although they may not see eye to eye in every issue, he comes in to help his daughter at the end. On the topic of the dialogue, it's pretty standard. There weren't any particular crazy moments, but the one gag I liked was Blitz messing around in the background, especially the scene where he somehow turns a crock pot into a makeshift rocket that blows up in the forest behind them. I did like the sudden shift in tone at the end after the realisation that Loona is from hell. The extremely gory death as well got a laugh out of me. I was wondering the entire time if Frank was the bad guy or not, so when he just died in the worst way possible, I was shocked. Loona finally came out of her comfort zone, and then it became extremely traumatic, which was probably the highlight of the short. So, is there any issues with it? Well, there's a couple of things worth mentioning. Firstly, I think we could have got a couple more scenes with Blitz and Loona. Other than them messing around in the background, there wasn't very much dialogue between them. Perhaps a flashback to after Blitz adopted Loona from the Hellhound Adoption Centre. Something like that could have been a neat way to flesh the characters out a bit more and make Frank's death even more traumatic. Secondly, like I said earlier, the main payoff was Loona coming out of her comfort zone and regretting it, but I think we could have got a bit more. At the beginning, there wasn't any particular reason that the target wanted Frank dead, it was purely out of spite. So I think they could have done something about that, maybe showing Frank going to heaven and realising he was wrong about Loona or something along those lines. I think the premise of this short will definitely turn some people off. It's the first time in a while we've had a genuinely good character die. It's not too dissimilar to Emberlyn Pinkle in that short. With Emberlyn's we got the payoff that she's now in hell, has a great design, and is obsessed with Blitz. With this one we don't really see the end result, which is a bit of a shame. Like I said, there could have been something extra as the cherry on top. There were also very few secrets or references throughout this short. As anyone who watches my channel knows, I love these little Easter eggs and it adds a lot of replayability. This short is a bit lacking in that